Hey everyone, Ross McCorkle here with another episode of the Depot 180. It has been one of the slower few days of the offseason for the Pittsburgh Steelers, but the biggest thing to track has been pro days and pre-draft visits, with the pro day circuit coming to a close and the draft less than a month away. The Steelers sent their offensive line coach Pat Meyer to the University of Washington on Thursday for their pro day. The two big names out of that program to watch, at least along the offensive line, are Troy Fautanu and Roger Rosengarten. They are both tackles. Fautanu had a nice performance at the Combine, and his draft stock continues to trend upward in the eyes of many of the major media draft folks. He would be one of the shorter first-round tackles and could potentially make the move to guard at some point due to his height, though what he lacks in height at 6'0", he makes up for with solid arm length at 34.5 inches. Rosengarten has nice height and length at 6'0", with 33.5-inch arms, but came in a little light at 308 pounds. At Washington, Rosengarten played on the right side with Fautanu on the left, but it was a little different with Michael Penix Jr., a lefty, and therefore the right side was the blind side. Rosengarten plays with good technique and is athletic for the tackle position, running a 4.92 in the 40-yard dash. You can check out both of their scouting reports on our site with tape breakdown, highlights and lowlights of their skill sets, and more. The Steelers reportedly met with Fautanu privately before the pro day, for whatever that is worth. Presumably that would have been with Meyer, who was in attendance. It is also important to note the connection with college scout Mark Bruner, who went to the University of Washington and remains close to the program. Rosengarten told me at the Combine that he is close with Bruner, who would host holiday parties at his house for players who didn't have family in town while the season was still going on. Speaking of Penix Jr., the Steelers are reportedly set to have a pre-draft meeting with him. On one hand, both of the quarterbacks on the roster are only under contract for the 2024 season, but Penix is projected to go in the first round or possibly the second. It would be an odd move to keep adding to the position, especially with other needs to address to help the team win now. It could just be building a profile on him in the event he becomes available later on down the line in his career. Perhaps the most likely pick in the first round at pick 20, Georgia tackle Marius Mims also reportedly had a pre-draft visit with the Steelers. They need a tackle and preferably one on the right side of the line to allow Broderick Jones to flip back to the left. Mims doesn't have that many college starts under his belt, but he has a hulking physical presence, and the starts he did have were really impressive. Georgia tackles in the first round in back-to-back drafts to solidify the line for the next several years. What say you? Let me know how you enjoyed the video on Twitter at Ross_McCorkle, and as always, visit SteelersDepot.com for your latest and greatest Steelers breaking news and analysis.